Welcome to Coaching Connect, a revolutionary client relationship management system that is going to revolutionize your business. Hi, I'm Arnie Rosa. I am one of the founders of Coaching Connect, and I am so excited to take these few minutes to show you what this awesome system can do for you and for your business, and the kind of effectiveness and ease of doing business that it will bring to you. So I want to get started right away. I first want to thank you for your time and for your interest in our software. It's really going to be amazing, but don't take my word for it. Let me show you what it can do. So where we are right now, this is our website, coachingconnect.com. And here's where you actually purchase Coaching Connect. And then this is obviously where you can also log into Coaching Connect. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And what you'll find is that when you log into Coaching Connect, the first tool right there in front of you is the essential tool for any coach, and that is, of course, your calendar. So you can keep abreast as to what you have going on for that month, the day, for that week. And here in Coaching Connect, we have given this to you. So this is the first step in logging into the system. You can see you can manage your calendar by month, by week, by day. You can also see here in the top right-hand corner, if anyone, and I'll talk to you about this a little bit more later on, but this is if any coachee that you might have has any kinds of requests to meet with you at some point and to set time and schedule time with you, they can do that here with you, and then you can always accept, or you can decline that, or you can propose a different time. And that you can manage that up here on the right-hand side. Right here will be your schedule for the day. So this part here also stays constant. So no matter what your view is on this side of the screen, here on the right-hand side, you'll always have all the schedules for that day that you've entered, so that you can always see what's coming up next at any point wherever you are at with Coaching Connect. All right. Now the next thing here is that, all right, so I want to go ahead and coach one of our clients. So you can choose the client from your drop-down menu of the many clients that you might have. And then right now, lo and behold, there you go. You click on there, and then you have the client profile. And so one of the things that we're looking for in Coaching Connect, this is a system that was developed by coaches for coaches. And why this was important is because we're looking for an easy, simple to use system that brought effectiveness and efficiency to your practice, so that it manages your practice for you. So it's easy for you to manage your relationship with your clients and coach your clients effectively. And we're looking to have a system that will be simple to use, and then also you can have everything right there in front of you at one point without having to go through different tabs or look through different files and things like that. All right. So let me break this down for you so you can see what you have here on your desktop. So the first thing here is that you have your client basic information, right? You have the name, the phone number, anything like that you have with your client. You can also upload a picture here of your client, or we have a really cool icon of a gentleman, a woman, if you don't have a picture of your clients. But anyway, so what you have here is client basic information. We've also added here links which are completely customizable. You can add any link on there that you want. For example, if you have someone, one of your clients is very active in social media, and that is something that you discuss all the time. There are different posts and things like that. You have quick access with a click of a button of a mouse of what social media that person is in and what it is that they're writing about, what it is that they're looking at. The other thing here, as I said, this is customizable. So if you have someone who's a blogger or has their own website, that's also something you can enter there, and then you can look at whatever new postings that they might have and things like that, right? Anything that you need to talk to them about regarding their business as you're coaching them. All right, so that's their basic information for the client. Next thing here is the billing information. So one of the things here that we added that we thought was kind of really nifty, right? It's like one of those small little gadgets that really make a difference, and that is a time clock, so that at any point you can keep time of the session. How many times have you actually started a session with a client and you've gotten so enthralled in the coaching, how well it's going in the conversation that you're having, that all of a sudden you look up and you're running out of time. So you either have to rush to the end of that session or leave some things incomplete, or end very abruptly, or go over. And then if you go over, then you know that may be something that may be impacting the rest of your day. So with Coaching Connect, at every point you can see what's going on, how long the session is taking. You can, of course, pause the session at any time. Let's say you have to address something that came up urgently, or your client has to take a call all of a sudden and come back to you, then you can do that. And then you can start the clock right away all over again. And then the next thing I want to show you here that has to do with the clock is the end session button. So here's where you've entered all the different sessions that you have with that client. As you know, many coaches, what they do is they sell packages, so you can enter however many sessions that the person has. The moment I end the session, then you'll see that that changed from a 29 to a 28. And what that means is that you can keep abreast as to how many sessions you have left with that person. And this is very helpful because, as you know, if you have 1 or 2 sessions left, then you have that top of mind in front of you, and you can have that conversation with your client. Sometimes you say, okay, yeah, let's schedule the next session. Send me an email. We'll talk later. And then lo and behold, you go and see, and you don't have any more sessions left with that client. So first you have to have that conversation and then schedule the additional session. With Coaching Connect, you know how many sessions you have with them right away, right in front of you, and then you can address and have that conversation at any point. All right, very helpful. Next thing here is a short bio. And what we thought it was important to have a short bio is, I sincerely hope that you have a thriving, prosperous coaching business. And if you're like me, sometimes you get your clients mixed up, and then some information from one client you kind of like transfer into another client, and then you find yourself having to apologize. Oh, that wasn't you. That's right. That was so and so, and have kind of like that awkward conversation. So we thought that putting in a short bio here will keep the most important information of your client right there in front of you, so that you always have it there, and you can always reference it at any point. Sounding very smart when you talk to people. Don't make those kinds of kind of like dumb mistakes, but the kind of mistakes that are awkward in any kind of relationship, right? And then the next thing I want to show you here is the personal information. And here's where you also have the information that's personal to your client. Again, when you're managing a lot of clients, you might forget the person's fiance's name or spouse's name or kids or how many kids they have or anything like that. And we thought it was important with Coaching Connect to put that information right in front of you, because it is those small pieces of detail that really make a difference and really strengthen your relationship with your clients and really build that trust between them and you. When you remember somebody's spouse's name or even their dog's name, we've entered a point here where you can enter the person's any kind of pets. Because, if you're like me, any pet that you have, you love them as much as you do any family member, right? So when you can actually speak to these folks, and these things are so, these people are so important, and pets are important to your clients by name, and address them as such, it really does build that rapport with your client. It really builds a very strong foundation in that relationship. So we thought it was important to put that there. Next thing I want to show you here is milestones. Any effective coach coaches to milestones. And then we found that if you can have milestones, create milestones for your client, and then coach to those, or at least have them right there again in front of your eyes and speak to those at your different coaching sessions, then that zeroes in your coaching, makes you that much more effective, more intentional in your coaching, and it really supports you in being a very effective coach. And we really want to empower you in doing that. So we've added milestones here, which you can, of course, add, delete, make any edits to it whatsoever, but then you have that there in front of you to really support you in your coaching. Next thing I want to show you here is the notes. And as you know, notes are really important for clients, and not only for clients, but really important for the coach to remember what transpired during a coaching session, and then what are some of the things that you need to come back to in subsequent coaching sessions and reference again, right? So we thought that adding a piece of notes here, as you can see, you can enter a one-liner, or you can enter anything from one line to paragraphs. It all depends how much note taking you do. But we thought it was important to have the notes here, because in talking to different coaches, you'd be surprised what people do with their notes. Some people have them all in their head. Some people write them down on sheets of paper. Some people have actual file folders that they put away. So different ways of organizing things. And we thought that one of the ways that Coaching Connect can really make a difference with coaches is really having a one-stop place where you can really organize all of your work and your clients in one place. So you can add your notes. You can see the latest notes here. If you have to reference something that happened a few sessions back, you can always click on the library, and then here you have all the different library notes in the library that you've had from different sessions. So it makes it a lot easier for you to go back and reference and quote if you need to. So it adds another level of effectiveness to your coaching when you can actually quote something that somebody said that was very poignant, or a comment that they made. It makes a difference for you as a coach, we hope, and really provides you in having a very strong and powerful coaching session. And then lastly, the last thing I want to show you here is your documents. So one of the things that we're looking with Coaching Connect is to diminish the amount of emails that get sent back and forth. And particularly when it comes to documents, how many times have you may be one of those folks, but I know that for a long time I kept things in my email. It was kind of like my filing cabinet. So instead of doing that and sending things through email back and forth, and I don't know if I got it and let me check and all that, we thought that we could create a place here where you can share documents with your clients, And these could be particular documents that you share with a lot of clients. So, there might be homeworks or pieces of documents that are essential to your business. For example, I use Power of Habit a lot, and information from that great book that you can send to your clients and you can share with everybody. Or you can have very particular information in documents, such as contracts and things like that. Well, you have them right here in Coaching Connect at any point, accessible to you, to your client. If they should have any questions about it, in particular, you can always go back to it and reference it right away. This is also the way that you can upload any kind of homework that you have for that coaching client without having to rely on email. If you ask me, there's one thing that we should do is to diminish the amount of emails that and really reduce the amount of emails that we get on a regular basis. So with Coaching Connect, we hope that we're forwarding that idea. All right, so this is the interface, the coaching, the profile from the coach's perspective. I want to show you now what it looks like from your coachee's perspective, because one of the things that are really unique to Coaching Connect is that you have your own login for yourself as a coach, and then your coachee also has their own login, so that they can have their own personal information on here as well. They can create a schedule. What we mean by that is they can actually create a session with you and request to be coached by you, and send you a coaching request, which you will get. I think I showed you that at the beginning here, right? So if I go back to the where we're with the calendar, I, as a coachee, I make a request here of you to schedule a time for you to enter a time here for you to create a session with you, and then as a coach, you will get over here, and then here is where you can accept, you can deny that request, or you can actually offer a different time. And you can do that without having to send email after email, going back and forth, or texting back and forth and all that. We find that it's a very efficient and very professional way of doing that, of scheduling system. Here's where the client can actually upload documents, and they can receive the documents that they give to you and that you've actually sent to them, and they can actually send documents back to you by using this feature here. And then, of course, here they have access to their milestones. So as you're speaking to a particular milestone, they can actually see it as well, and they have the dates for it and all that right there and then, right? So this, in essence, ladies and gentlemen, is Coaching Connect. And one of the great things about this system is that no matter where you are in the world, you will have access to this. So whether you like to manage your business from a tablet, from a mobile phone, any kind of mobile device, or your computer, you can use Coaching Connect and access Coaching Connect anywhere. Look, how many times have you found yourself on a way to an appointment? Maybe you're Ubering somewhere, or you're catching a flight, and then you find that you need to coach somebody. You're running late, but you don't have that information in front of you, and so you have to either postpone that session, or you actually find yourself coaching that person, but kind of like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, I wish I had this document here, which really make a difference for me in this coaching session. Well, with Coaching Connect, the good news is that is a thing of the past. You can coach people sitting out on the beach, drinking a pina colada. As long as you have access to your to Wi-Fi, you can do it from your cell phone, you can do it from your tablet, you can do it from anywhere. So I don't want to take too much of your time here. This is Coaching Connect in a nutshell. So we hope that if you have any questions, please go ahead and send us any kind of email with your questions about it. But look, this is we are very committed that this makes a profound difference for you and your business, and brings that level of effectiveness and efficiency from an already thriving business that you have. And if you're a new coach, then you want to make sure that you start very strong out of the gate. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest. Don't hesitate. Don't wait too long. Go ahead and sign up for Coaching Connect right now.